beautiful melody. But I often wonder how the composer wrote it. How did he know where to start?
Why don't you ask me? After all, I am a composer.
Well, Musicbox, I know
Suppose you did ask me. I'd say that just like any other artist, a composer begins with an idea.
Well, I know he begins with an idea. But where does that idea come from? And how does he turn just one little idea into a whole piece of music?
Well, that's the secret.
What's the secret?
And that's the secret of musical design. And if you want to find out more about it, let's get on with the show.
Have you ever heard of the music box? Who sings, who plays, who even talks, who makes things appear with a single pop? Believe it or not, he's mysterious, he's miraculous, he's the magical music box. He's the magical music box, the magical music box. Well, how about letting us in on the secret of musical design? Where does a composer get his idea?
It's not any old idea. It's a musical idea. Usually it just comes to him. He doesn't know from where. But all of a sudden, kaboom! There it is, like a thunderbolt.
Just like that?
Just like that. Of course, composers aren't the only ones who turn little ideas into amazing things. Artists, architects, and writers do it too. Many things are done with a design in mind, design in mind, design in mind. Many things are done with a design in mind. Just look around, they're easy to find.
I guess you're right. A painter must have a definite idea or image in his mind before he creates a painting.
And an architect just doesn't add rooms to a house or a building at random. He has an idea, and then he draws a plan.
And a writer has to plan out a story before she begins to write it.
And with all of them, it usually begins with an idea. But with a composer, it's a musical idea. Many things are done with a design in mind, design in mind, design in mind. Many things are done with a design in mind. Just look around, I know you'll find that many things are done with a design in mind. Sometimes the composer's musical idea might just be a rhythm pattern. Short, 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 long, from Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. Perhaps it was the rhythm pattern that gave him his musical idea.
And how about Tchaikovsky's Waltz of the Flowers? Maybe the tone color of the harp was that composer's musical idea. Or maybe flowers waving in the wind made him think of a waltz.
Often that is what happens. A composer might see or think of something that inspires him, puts him in a certain mood, and the music he writes reflects that mood.
Like this piece. What does it make you think of? Do you have an idea in your mind? This piece is called The Sunken Cathedral. Can you hear the bells ringing under the water?
Or listen to this. What does it make you think of?
I think I can hear city traffic and street noise. Is that what it made you think of?
Well, that's just what the composer wanted you to think of. Now, if a composer is writing music to fit a poem, the words themselves might give him a musical idea.
Of course. Remember the poem that we turned into a song. Down the slide we ride, round we run, and then up we pop to to reach the top, then down we come again. The words certainly help give us a musical idea for our song's melody. So, a composer has a musical idea. Then what?
Here's what I do. I put musical ideas together in a design that seems to make musical sense, at least to me.
But how do you choose which musical ideas to use?
In a melody, the same musical idea can be repeated like this. Listen. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. My Bonnie lies over the sea. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. I'll bring back my Bonnie to me. Did you hear how that musical idea was repeated?
Yes, but if you repeated the same musical idea over and over and over again, it would become very boring.
But if every musical idea were different, you'd soon lose your place. You wouldn't know if you were at the beginning, the middle, or the end of a piece. So most composers have a plan with a balance of musical ideas, some that are repeated and some that are different. Do you understand?
I'm not sure.
Uh-huh. Here, maybe I can show you this way.
What is it?
It's a special invention of mine, and I think it will show you how musical ideas go together.
Well, how does it work?
Think of the song, and I'll show you.
Well, how about Old MacDonald Had a Farm?
No sooner said than done.
Now what?
Press one of the buttons and see.
Well, that's part of the song, but it's not the first part. I'll try this one.
That's better. Now that you've heard both musical ideas, put them together to make the song.
All right. How'd I do?
Very well. Now, let's make a plan of the song's musical design.
With what?
With this. Match the shapes with the musical ideas. You ready? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's hear it again.
So that's the design of Old MacDonald. Let's try another song.
Certainly. But this time, I won't tell you what the song is. You all have to guess.
This time I'll start with the square one. That's not enough to guess what song it is. Let's try the triangle. That sounded the same, but the pitch was higher. I still can't guess what song it is, can you? Let's try the circle. Aha! I know what song it is. Three Blind Mice.
She finally got it. Now let's see a plan of its musical design.
I'm ready. There.
Very good. And did you notice something? The musical design of Old MacDonald used only two different musical ideas.
Oh, yes. 1, 2.
And the design of Three Blind Mice used three musical ideas.
That's right. 1, 2, 3.
Right. And it's the way that the composers put those musical ideas together that makes each song different. Musical ideas make a musical design. If you put them all together with a plan in mind, it may take a while to choose which ideas you should use. But when they go together,
the ideas go together.
They finally go together in a musical design.
You can ponder and ponder over melodies and rhythms, and put things here and put things there and listen to the difference.
Sometimes it's quite puzzling to know just what to do, like trying to solve a mystery when you don't have any clues.
But then all of a sudden, the pieces seem to fit. They go together smoothly, and finally, bit by bit,
it all goes together like a jigsaw, and I find, Eureka, I've got it, a musical design.
So musical ideas make a musical design.
If you put them all together with a plan in mind, it may take a while to choose which ideas you should use. But when they go together,
the ideas go together.
They finally go together in a musical design. Now that you understand musical design, you won't need these anymore.
I'd like to make my own musical design. All I need is an idea.
A musical idea.
Right.
I got a musical idea.
It's the Musicbox band.
Where did they come from? I didn't send for them.
Well, I'm pleased to see them. Now, you said you had a musical idea.
It's a melody. Listen, I'll play it for you.
It's lovely. Now, how about some other ideas to go with it?
Great, can you help?
Well, I'll try. What if we take your melody and add this to it?
That gives me a musical idea. This rhythm pattern seems to go with it. And I'll play the beat on my drum.
Great. All together. 1 and 2. Terrific, wasn't it, Musicbox?
It wasn't bad, I suppose. Now, how about playing along with one of my musical designs? You've all heard this song. Ready? Here we go. Musical ideas make a musical design. If you put them all together with a plan in mind, it may take a while to choose which ideas you should use. But when they go together,
the ideas go together.
they finally go together in a musical design.
You can ponder and ponder over melodies and rhythms, and put things here and put things there and listen to the difference.
Sometimes it's quite puzzling to know just what to do, like trying to solve a mystery when you don't have any clues.
But then all of a sudden, the pieces seem to fit. They go together smoothly, and finally, bit by bit,
It all goes together like a jigsaw, and I find, Eureka, I've got it, a musical design.
so
Musical ideas make a musical design.